Ooh, nice. Okay, so fourth position. I've been looking for this for a while. I've been getting first and second position over and over again, so let's do something interesting. Holtzman engine strongly suggests it's got to be Ilbon, but let's see. Ooh, okay, yeah, it's got to be Ilbon. I mean, there's a colorable argument for Romber and Beast. You know, Beast makes good use of the detonation devices. Romber, there's Nixon Engineer. Detonation devices. But I think it's got to be Ilbon. Um, yeah, I mean, there's Jessica in the row. I think that answers your question, right? The clock zero cards probably don't matter. Chair Dog's good if we get Jessica, but if we get Jessica, we're probably going to win anyway. Mimnon, Hundro, Beast. Okay. Also, the Guild Bankers is one of the best cards in the game for Ilbon, so not that there's any chance that we're going to get access to that card, but it's good to know that it's there. One Convincing, two Daggers, one Diplomacy, Faction Bump, Combat. Okay. So first action, Hundro goes to Fold Space. Interesting. I wonder if he's got double faction and thinks he's going to be able to hit Hardy. That definitely didn't happen. Hardy went pretty quick. Okay. You know, there's a play here where we just go Still Suits first action, early reveal for Guild Bankers, just go for the Great Flat, and then just go for Holtzman Engine and just do nothing but buy spices. And I think that's pretty boring. We're going to open Wealth, try to hit Mentat and see what happens. I mean, I don't think we get Jessica here. Like, if we go Dagger, Mentat, we draw two cards. Let's say that we draw Convincing plus a one-coster, right? We've increased our Persuasion by 3, we go to 6. It happens if Tech Negotiation is available, and we draw the Convincing, and also we do not draw the Seek Allies. Kind of a specific set of circumstances, but it could happen. Tech Negotiation's available, so that's the first step. So I think we do go ahead and go Mentat. Okay. Well, it's all lying into place, so if somebody doesn't blow the row up, we get her. It's kind of weird how often this is happening. This is my third time making this happen. Now, I say that. Maybe somebody blows the row up. I don't think they do. I mean, what are the odds somebody gets Jessica round 1? Pretty irrelevant. Yeah, like you'd rather take a Guild Bankers, for sure. I like the idea of parlaying Jessica into an occupation. That sounds really fun. He didn't take the Carino genes, which is interesting. I do think this would have been a good Romber game. But I think the leader inequality is higher in this expansion than it was in base game. I feel like Romber is a lot weaker. And Baron is a lot stronger compared to Rise of Ix. Like, it's really hard to justify picking Romber. It's a shame, because I really enjoyed him. What are you doing, Beast? Are you just, like, gonna time out here on the first round? After playing 2 full actions? It's a little bit weird. If you're winning the combat, what more do you want? Well, he timed out for sure. Although the bypass protocol is not bad if he also picks up the chair dog to go with it. To go with the smuggler, I mean. Don't blow the row up. Don't do it. Don't do it. You only have 2 persuasion. Carino jeans. Cool. We got there. I don't know how I keep making this happen. Lady J. I would definitely consider a Slig Farmer here. Now we're going to have to wait for Beast to time out on picking guild. Excuse me. Yeah, we're still waiting. Kind of sucks. Like, I just hate that. I hate it when anyone does that, to be honest with you. Come on, man. I mean, he's AFK. There's nothing he can... Like, at this point, the decision's been made. Okay, he goes up on guild, finally. Right? That's what just happened? Yeah, he went up on guild. We didn't draw Jessica. Yeah, we didn't draw Jessica. We did draw Experimentation, though, which is interesting. It means that potentially we could get a good 3-coster if someone buys a Slig Farmer. Ooh. Very nice, Memnon. Very nice. What is our play here? Definitely full space. Turn that Jessica bump into an immediate advantage. Interesting choice from Hundro. We're going to go interstellar shipping here, and, you know, kind of counterintuitively, I do think I want to use my ring. The Solari is just really important at this stage in the game. Yeah, like getting our Swordmaster super early is not the highest priority ever. but it's fine. We need to we do need to get it. Just mint. You know you can't wealth Mentat now. You go wealth, you just don't get Swordmaster. Maybe he's trying to hurt me. Oh, nope, that's not it. So I don't know exactly what he's planning here. I still think we want to use our Signet Ring. No specimens for Beast. Okay, I'll take the Freighter Fleet. I don't know if I buy a Slave Farmer or not. I mean, hypothetically, if we graft this to Jessica, it does just make us $4. Which may be good enough. Even if we're not buying the Scarabs. Memnon is confusing me. He has a Seek Ally still, so he can just go wealth next round and get his Swordmaster, but I don't know why he waited. We don't have that much access. I mean, we did just buy a Fold Space, though. Let's try the card out. Let's try it out. Because, like, it's better than either of these things, right? Ooh. Andro is just one short. But he gifted that Web of Power to Memnon, who currently appears to be the most capable opponent. Kind of an iffy hand. There's no green. There's no yellow here. What the hell? That sucks. We can't even Mentat. Jessica on the bottom of the deck. Well, they're not going to make it easy on us. Okay, he's just straight up not going for the Swordmaster. So I think we get Reconnaissance here. That gives us the Jessica. Which is also the Interstellar. Which means we should be at 8 after we hit Interstellar ship. Yeah, if we could get Holtzman from going to the top, it would be worth. I don't think we can do that. Well, it's not that I don't think we can do that. We can't do that. So, as long as we draw 1 Persuasion off of Jessica, which seems likely. Although, actually, there's 3 zeros, so maybe not. Getting River Mother Mahayam is going to be pretty cool. Oh, he went High Council. Very interesting. You know, we could go to Mentat here. And we have some good cards to draw. But Beast now, or not Beast, Hundo now has interstellar access, so that's not the play. Draw before we and okay. Don't like drawing the full space, but it's fine. So I do think we want to go ahead and pick up the disposal facility. Take money. Take disposal facility. What's play area? Trash the dagger. Keep pushing BG, or keep pushing Guild because we're Ilbon. Take the troops. And it's impossible for us to not draw green next round, so we're good. I don't like the way that this Jessica goes on the bottom because it means that, like, we have to do another shuffle without Jessica, but that's just how the game plays it sometimes. You don't always get a choice. And she was our only yellow, so if we were going to go to Interstellar Shipping, we had to play her. Okay, so he snipes the, Ooh, he snipes the combo. Okay. Well, good thing that we have the freighter fleet. I think I would like a Subject X. The problem is that we still have no research progress. I don't think we can pick it up. I do think we want to blow the row up. Yeah, other memory is okay. It can get us a Jessica back. That's fine. Let's go for... I mean, we got 6. Let's go for something good. There it is. Is Esmar better? I'm going to say no. It's just kind of not. Also, Talaxu Master allows us to pick up Subject X, which I think is the reason this is the better play. We should have just won this game now. Hundro was 7 actually, so he ended up getting Test of Humanity. Good thing that that's staying out of Memnon's hands. We do have to be worried though, because Memnon also has Carino Gene's Gola, which is a powerful combo. We don't, and he's got the Web of Power, so Memnon very much could win this game. Like if he gets lucky with the draws, certainly. He's got a 0 draw pile, so we may end up having to flip some cards. Second wave. Okay. It's not bad. So right now, nobody's got the money to beat us to Swordmaster. So I think we actually want to go ahead and experiment up here. Yeah, we draw a card if we hit Swordmaster. Did anybody pick up the Weirding Way? Or did I blow that up? I think I blew that up. Yeah, okay. We're pretty safe to go Interstellar. Now, if Hundro has, like, specifically Windfall, then we're kind of in trouble, but I don't think he does. We do want Esmar if we can get him, because the more unload we have against this situation, the better we're off we are. Does Memnon? He does. He has Web of Power, so he has other non Reverend Mother BG cards. So we're probably gonna have this combo go off against us. Like it's almost certain. It looks like he's setting it up right now. Because why else would he play Web of Power first action? At least we draw a card when we played a Swordmaster. So we'll do this. Yeah, we buy the Scarab. And I think we just lose our entire hand here to Memnon. At least we get a bump out of it. So we got one Scarab out of Slig so far. The TM, we should be pretty safe. Jessica also helps us a little bit against this combo too, because she draws us cards proactively. Oh, he has a Pheromones. I missed that part. Well, that's a bummer. It's fine. We can just push towards other things. Alright, let's see the hammer come down, Memnon. You got it? Draw 3 cards in the first hand. Nope. Okay. We're safe for now. So... where do we want to take Spoiled Space? Still Suits is good. Wealth is also good, actually. Let's go Wealth. I guess Still Suits, what are our odds of drawing City? Very low. It's only Jessica. So... I think Wealth is fine. Subject X is blank right now. And we're not going to reveal for anything anyway, so if we get hit by Reverend Mother, I don't really care. Like, yeah, it just doesn't bother me at all. Ten-card deck for Memnon. Besides Web of Power, has he bought other BG cards? No. So, we're pretty safe. Now, I don't think we want Contaminator. We already have his card that... I mean, this is a good... Contaminator's a good card, but, like, we already have a card that grants Scarabs. We don't really need a second one. I mean, Detonation Devices is cool. I'll grant it that it's cool. It's going to be easier for us to get Holtzman if we advance, so let's advance. Okay, so he does end up having that combo. Because he didn't draw any of those cards this round, which means he's going to have both of them next round. So we're better off playing Jessica preemptively, if we can. Goes for power play. Okay. New target. Undertaking an early lead. Here's the big money. So yeah, first action we play Jessica. Where, I'm not sure, but that's what we're doing. Probably either smuggling or Imperial Basin. Basin being a little better. Because we can't get the actual Holtzman going smuggling. We can get detonation devices, but... Okay. AI being kind of weird. Oh, guild bank rate, that's kind of... not very good for round 5, is it? Selective breeding, okay. Maybe he didn't draw his combo and he's trying to draw into it. After all, he still has 5 cards in deck. So maybe we just Mentat. Problem with Jessica Mentat is it ends up... Well, these cards are good too, though. Draw 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure we get that disposal facility to go off, huh? Cool. Let's go ahead and discard a freighter fleet. Looks like we're going to be made to discard at least 3 cards this round. Now, interestingly, freighter fleet is going to kind of force our hand a bit on this tech, right? It is what it is. We just don't have the spice. I guess I could pick up the Detto. I just don't think it's the right call. Well, whatever. Let's do it. Sunk cost fallacy. Don't look at me now. So I can actually just go ahead and steal this from him if I want to. Next action, I just go fold space. Highliner on Guild Bank Raid in round 5. That's the AI for you. Here comes the graft. Oh, he plays a Signet Ring. He's got 3 cards in his deck. Maybe he just didn't draw it. You've played yourself on that test of humanity, I'm afraid. He does have Reverend Mother. He just didn't feel like using it, I guess. Maybe he preferred the spice. Buy a Dreadnought here next action, probably. With Subject X, we're just kind of taking a victory lap at this point. Although the scoreboard doesn't say that. Ooh, we don't have the research progress yet. Okay. Top of deck. I mean, we don't need experimentations anymore, right? With a TM and a scientific breakthrough. Yeah, we don't need experimentations. Well, that explains it a little bit. The AI is profoundly misplaying. I honestly think we just go buy another Dreadnought. Well, no, we oughta go to Mentat. Scientific breakthrough to Mentat's incredible value. Yeah, it puts us further away from High Council, but who cares? We have a Jessica Minimic film. I mean, it makes sense. He wanted to unload his hand. I get it. Do this. Open ourselves up for selective breeding if that's what we want. And we're pretty much at the end of the research track. We are straight up at the end of the research track. We reveal TM, we're there. Probably is worth visiting Fold Space just to lock up the Guild Alliance before Hundo gets any ideas. I mean, he doesn't have the power play. Memnon does, but he can do funky stuff with his ring, and he does have space travel as access, and he has pheromones. So there's multiple reasons why we probably just ought to go ahead and hit Fold Space. The reason not to is that it's better to draw back into Jessica. Well, as long as we play Esmar, it's probably fine. I don't think we want to risk losing the Alliance, though. We can always hit Arakeen if we want to draw that badly. Having the fold space is just good for us when we have the Slig Farmer. What did he trash to Pheromones the first time? So we have fold space. So far, we've trashed a dagger, a reconnaissance, a convincing, and an experimentation. So we definitely have the project trash going on. I don't know if this is worth the combat worth fighting over, to be honest with you. The spice is fine, but we're not taking it to Highliner, so what do we care? We want to play this card. We pretty much have to play it to Tech Negotiation. Does a sudden influx of spice change things for us? Probably not. You know, it would if we could get one of these two. We can't. So I'm just going to play it for Persuasion and Spice and Scarabs and things, and not actually use the space for the technologies section of what it does. Actually, a very high chance if we go to Air Keen that we kind of blank our draw. Surgeon. Don't think that's worth early revealing for. The nice thing about being at 6 specifically is we do get to trash a card. Although none of our cards are that bad. Like, there's nothing that we really need to trash. If we draw Jessica, we're happy. If we draw Esmar, we're happy. Or Freighter Fleet. But if we draw Fold Space or Slig Farmer, we're not so happy. So I think Carthag is the play here. Dispensation's not very good, but we can very easily just mulligan that out. I think I'm getting another Dreadnought, so there is some value here in just getting the detonation point. And hey, if Highliner wins us a combat, who cares if it doesn't give us anything useful on the guild? Hunter's at 7. Somehow. Glad we stole his alliance, I'll just say that much. So is it actually worth buying the Surgeon? I think the answer is yes, because it's a 2 persuasion card, and that's really all you need. I mean, we're probably going to get this second point anyway, so like the effect probably doesn't matter, but it's a 2 persuasion card, so whatever. And I know that we're doing the same issue that I complained about earlier when we mulligan this Intrigue. Esmar, actually, pretty good draw. And then we hit the Scarab. Is there any reason to hold back Secret Sisterhood? I would say no. Let's just go ahead and play it. Because we're going to get an intrigue from the combat, most likely. Let's pick up the Surgeon. Voice is cool, but with a deck as good as ours, I don't know that we actually want to put cards that are merely cool in the deck. Hunter's got 5 intrigue cards. If he really wants to fight this, he can. That's up to him. See, I don't feel like I need to use the second wave here. I guess if I did, I could second wave and put some troops in, but with as many intrigue cards as they've got, I'm fine. And I'm already at 6. I guess the problem is if Memnon wins the combat, then Memnon has access to Highliner. And that is an issue. So let's drive the price up for Memnon. Because if we lose this combat, we might not win the next combat either. And then we don't get detonation devices either time. Well, that guarantees us the Highliner, although we actually had it anyway. Full space. If Memnon doesn't gather spice in this action, we don't have to play the Highliner. Which would give us a chance to play Jessica. Interstellar? I think with Hundro in the game, the answer is yes. Especially since we have the freighter fleet to cash out on it, guaranteed. Sure, he can still go smuggling, but we're costing him the ability to get a flagship. Or a Holzman engine. He's already got a Spice Missile, so I think it's a good blocker play when there's one player that's clearly threatening us more than the others. I do think this game goes to round 8, potentially longer. That's a pretty good play from Beast. I'd say pretty good. It's really not that. I mean, that's like the best case scenario for from the tanks, right? And it wasn't that impressive. So X gives us a Scarab. We don't have to pay anything for it. I mean, I guess with Fold Space, this is profit. There's no reason not to. It's our only green, though. And we do want to hit that Mentat. That's a bigger priority for us than Highliner is. I guess we just do this. Get the TM again. That's 2 more cards. And we've got the Scarab points well and truly locked down. I don't know why I bought the Surgeon. It wasn't necessary. Well, no Reverend Mother trigger. He got the cards and then didn't use them. In fact, one choice round he chose not to use them. I'd be ready if anyone made me discard, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. And technically, I have the spice right now. I could just grab a flagship. There's really nothing stopping me from doing that. And it's a point, so maybe I should. But I think the Highliner is better, even if the faction bump is wasted. 2 points is better than 1, especially when it takes 2 points out of someone else's hands. And right now, the combat isn't looking very competitive. It looks like a Highliner is well enough to clear the field here. So, if we buy a Scarab here, I mean, there's no reason to buy a Scarab. This doesn't do anything. We spend the money on Dreadnoughts instead. And High Council. Let's say that we took... I don't know. We have a scientific breakthrough on tap, but we don't want to draw it now. If we take Signet Ring to High Council, we go immediately to 6, and then there's no card that we can draw that'll actually get us to 9. Problem is, Hunter's got 4 intrigues, so he could easily beat us in this combat with the right cards. So I think it's Dreadnought time. And yeah, we're going to draw 1 card, but so long as it's not literally Scientific Breakthrough, we're okay. Nothing good at 6, but we do get to trash, and we're going to trash Esmar because he doesn't really do anything for us from here on out. Suppose we could trash Freighter Fleet. Actually, come to think of it, that may be better. You know, Freighter Fleet trash, you know, we're going to go to... Basically, that gives us a flagship, right? Yeah, that's definitely the play, then. Okay, well, there's the breakthrough. Like it or not. Should have considered that when I was thinking about High Council. So let's go ahead and trash the Freighter Fleet. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, so first we have to advance. Then we have to trash it. Infiltrator is pretty damn good here. I don't want him to lose that second point though over it. So I don't think we can buy it. But I'll buy a negotiate withdraw. Okay, hold on. This is actually pretty good. Okay, just kidding. gonna say if I would have won the game if I had. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. What just happened? I did not want to use the flagship there. It's really frustrating. It's fine. It probably doesn't make a difference. See what you got, Hundro. You probably got something, right? That's about as good of a something as you can have. It's 50-50 we would have won the game off of that if we had drawn the Surgeon. Presuming Hunter doesn't have another combat card worth 3 daggers or more. Oh, all right. Okay. All right then. Kind of a what was that moment, if you ask me. So first we glimpse the path. Okay. I think we want to play to Mentat. We also want to play to Research Station. The Research Station is more important. So it's flagship, scientific breakthrough to Research Station. Although Grand Vision's about as ineffectual as one of these can be. I mean, at worst, it's a point on Fremen for me. Well, we have the SMF, and we have the Scarab Point, so the game's ending this round. The question is who actually wins. Probably wouldn't hurt to visit Wealth, just to, you know, put the theft in range as a possibility. But Mentat's our next priority at the end of the day. Memnon boycotting Swordmaster has been a little bit weird, especially since he got access to it in, like, round 2. Okay, that's going to stop me from stealing that. We cannot put Kwisatz in our hand because it does cost too much. There's also nothing amazing that we can play at green here. Just dagger, probably. Welcome back, Esmar. Some protection against the test of humanity, perhaps. Very good. Okay, he had some insurance. Well, he didn't have it. I think he got it from the space, but in any case, we're not stealing the Emperor from him. But I don't think he's got a Spice Must Flow. And if he doesn't have a Spice Must Flow, I don't see how he wins the game. A Spice is good for Highliner or it's good for Tiebreaker. Either or. No Highliner. We do probably need to fight for this combat because we have detonation devices. So, perhaps Hardy Warriors? Now see what the point is from him not on this. Like, you're not going to be able to steal it from him unless you've got an intrigue card. And he just played Loyal Subject, so it's not that. Strong Arm, perhaps? Oh, Bribery. Okay, we win. Thank you for playing Spoiler, Memnon. It's very much appreciated. Yeah, appreciate it. Okay. So what do we do now? Just try to run up the score with Carthag? Probably. Probably so. Yeah, let's do that. What good is Finesse? No good at all, except for giving us a small edge in the combat that I can see. So did the Slig Farmers contribute here? I don't know. I think so. I think so. I think the Solari was worthwhile. We got one Scarab out of it the first time. We got a bunch of Solari the second time. I would say that it didn't. None of it mattered because we got Lady Jessica. But honestly, Lady Jessica, we only played her a few times. We got her at the bottom of our deck almost every time, as you can see here. I mean, on reveal, we can just burn troops for specimens using the Surgeon. We don't even have to play it, so... I mean, there's nothing wrong with playing it. Hell, we could even steal Fremen from Memnon if we use Negotiate Withdraw. I guess the problem with playing it is that, like, we don't actually have the specimens at this moment. We have one, so it doesn't really work the way we want it to. I see no reason to not to go Hardy Warriors here. You know, we get more Solari if we graft, which, well, maybe it's a tiebreaker. Almost certainly not, but let's do it to say that we did it. Is there any reason to buy the Scarab here, given that we're getting it on reveal? Not that I can see. Not that I can see. It sucks when somebody resigns early like this, but we had two players who were playing against us. Okay. Spice must flow. Sure, why not? Let's buy Spiritual Fervor. See if we can dry Asmar again. Go up on Fremen. Locks in the game. Even if we don't win the combat, even if Beast gets it, we still got it. I was supposed to do that in a different order, because now I can't steal the alliance. What I was supposed to do is I was supposed to go down on... Well, it doesn't matter. BG, I guess. More intrigue cards. Detonate. And that was a stomp right there. It didn't look like a stomp if you looked at the scoreboard for most of the game, but it definitely was. 2 detonation device points, a flagship, a scientific breakthrough, a spice must flow, an alliance, 4 influence tracks. I think the moral of the story here is that if you get efficient enough, you don't necessarily have to have a win condition. You can just kind of do everything. And I feel like that's kind of what Ilban does, and it kind of flies under the radar. People don't always think of Ilban as a generalist, but he definitely can be. You know, there's the Ilban playstyle that I discussed at the very beginning where, you know, what if I had just said, I'm just going to early reveal for guild bankers, I'm going to buy a high council seat, I'm going to hit Mentat over and over and over again, and I'm going to do nothing in the game except for buy Spice Must Flows. Maybe starting round 4, I'll buy a Spice Must Flow, and I'll buy a Spice Must Flow every round thereafter. And that strategy wins games, and I find it very exceedingly boring. So I'm glad that I got to do something a little bit more interesting. MVP card's got to be Jessica. If for no other reason than because she got us into interstellar shipping quite early. TM played a big role this game. We had a lot of overpowered stuff. Scientific Breakthrough was also very strong, as was Freighter Fleet. Disposal Facility playing quite an important role as well. You know, getting all this stuff trashed. Hope you guys enjoy, because my last couple games have been not so fun.